Hey guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Topping TP22 amplifier. So this is a very compact and very small amplifier suitable for desktop situations. So let's just dive in and tell you a little bit about the amp. So up front we've got the Topping logo in the top left corner. Just below that we've got two very old school style switches. So one is to switch the amp on and off, and one is to switch between the two RCA inputs. Then going right across to the right, you've got your volume dial. Now this feels very nice for such a cheap amplifier. The movement is really fluid and really smooth, and it's got a nice sort of brushed effect to it as well, which just makes it feel really nice in the hand. Again, speaking of a brushed effect, we can see the front face is pure metal and it is very, very solid. And again, it has that same brushed effect as on the volume dial. Then we go around onto the actual body of the amplifier, and again this has got the same sort of brush pattern in it as well, but this is finished in black instead. And again, it is solid metal. I wasn't expecting a solid metal construction for this price, but Topping have delivered premium quality feel for such an affordable price. So you can see we've got some design features in the top of it. I'm thinking these grooves are for dissipating heat. However, using this amp for a long time, I've never noticed it getting warm whatsoever. Then we spin the amplifier around to the back, and we've got quite a few connections actually for such an affordable amplifier. So you can see we've got two RCA inputs, so that means you can plug in, say, a Bluetooth adapter like the neat one that I use. So you can just pop that into the RCA and stream music from your mobile device. Then you've got a spare RCA, so you could actually get an RCA to 3.5mm, connect it to your PC, your laptop, and you can actually use the front switch on the front to switch between them, which is really cool. Moving across, you've got your connections for your cable or banana plugs, so you can actually get plugs and plug them straight into the back, or you can use bare wire as well. So then we get right to the very right corner, and you've got your input for your power connector. So you do get a supplied connector and a power brick. So this is country specific, so being in the UK I get a 3-pin, but you will get a country specific one to wherever you are located and wherever you buy the amplifier from. Now we've covered sort of the outside of the amplifier, let's talk about the inside. So this is a T-class amplifier, and it's got a TK2050 chipset, which is actually a pretty impressive chipset for something so affordable. So this amp is packing 30 watt per channel, so that means it's got enough power to drive some pretty decent sized bookshelf speakers. It's also got two-way RCA, like I've mentioned already, and finally it has a frequency response of between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, so again a very respectable output. Now if you want some more detailed specifications, I will link the website down in the description. So the TP22 measures in at 17 centimeters long, 11 centimeters wide at its widest point, and 4.5 centimeters tall. So if you're struggling for space but you need quite a substantial powered amp, this is definitely perfect. I mean, I use this in my desktop situation for a long time, and when I was short on space it was fantastic. So now we get on to the main event, the sound quality, and it's actually really respectable. I mean, it's not a patch on the Yamaha I have, but that's like 3 times the price of this amp. For the money, it is fantastic. I mean, it drove the Wharfedale Diamond 9.1s I had, it drove the Dali Zensor Pico I had, and the Q Acoustic 2010s that I had as well. All of them were powered perfectly fine. They went very loud as well, and I was actually surprised at how loud they did get off such a small amplifier. Now, to the actual quality, it's not a proper hi-fi grade quality, but for just a desktop situation it's perfectly fine. I did notice it did deliver quite a good low end. The mid-range was where it sort of fell down a little bit. Like I said, I did test it on quite a few sets of speakers, and all were the same. The mid-range was just a little bit lacking, and so were the high frequencies. But for the money, you can't really complain at all. So now what I'm going to do is demo this little amplifier with the Wharfedale Diamond 9.1 and the Dali Zensor Pico that I've recently reviewed. So that's coming up now. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission.
shine. When I feel that heartbeat.
Right guys, so that is it for this review. So what do I think of the topping? Well, like I said, if you're short on space and you want a set of hi-fi speakers like I have for my setup, then this is a fantastic starter amp. Especially if you're using a laptop and you're short on space, you could just, like I said, stash this away and it's perfect. Is there better amplifiers out there? For the money, I've not seen one yet, but yes, there is better out there, but for the money, I'm not so sure. So that is it guys, that is my review of the Topping TP22. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to, hit that subscribe button for more hi-fi stuff coming very soon. Thank you for watching and I will see you all on the very next video.